this party started. So we have this absolutely ridiculous, obnoxiously huge mixing bowl. This is what the direct dye is going to go in. I'm thinking for my mannequin head, I'm going to need at least 12 ounces. These are 3-ounce tubes. That was probably about 2 ounces. And this will be about 5. And this will be 8. And 11. And 13. We'll do 13 ounces to be on the safe side. I bought this huge whisk. Just for this job, and maybe one other. I've got more tricks up my sleeve. I mean, come on. Challenge accepted. I'm going to grab at least a couple brushes. I've been using these really pretty ones from Color Track. Oh, yes. So pretty. Alright, so we are going to leave our mixing area and we're going to go into super fast forward on our application of this direct dye. I am going to spray my mannequin hair down so it's a little damp so that the consistency and spreadability is going to be very even. We do not want any spots when you are doing blonde to black. No spots. So we're going to make sure that this spreads like a dream, and let's do it. done processing. I went for 30 minutes. We're going to give her a nice, like, cool, warm rinse. All right, my students, it is time you get to know your teacher. I led us down a path that I knew would lead to failure. I don't know if you thought that black direct dye theory was going to be easy, but I assure you, it most certainly is not. This is work for color specialists. The black direct dye, no matter how it may appear on the swatch, will act just the same on the head. If we look at this head of hair, you will see it doesn't look black. This is a gray blue, a very dark steel gray blue, which some people might find pretty if that's what they're looking for. But obviously that is not what we're looking for. We are looking for black. I had to design for direct dye theory. I had to design a custom black. I call it Misty's custom black direct dye for exactly this job. One, we need to counteract the blue that you will find in every black color. There will always be blue. No matter how it may appear on a swatch, what it does on a head of hair may be entirely different. The one thing that we always will know is that underneath black is going to be a blue. My custom direct dye takes care of that issue. The custom direct dye is very difficult. It is something that you have to make from scratch. You have to make it once because the chances of you getting exactly the same color, if you have to mix again, especially with 3 different tubes of color, that chance is very, very slim. So whatever you make is what you have to use. All right? It's tricky. Honestly, did you think I was going to do anything that's easy? Do you think I would do blonde to black to blonde and that it would ever be easy? Absolutely not. That isn't what I do. I do challenging things. Very challenging things. I live for it. So now you know your teacher. We shall proceed with our custom black mixture. You're going to need to get your color wheel ready, get those brains turning, and we are going to get to mixing and testing before applying this color and finishing this up. Let's get to Misty's custom black direct dye. The first thing that we're going to do is put black in the bowl. The black is going to be, obviously, our main base. So we do not want to dilute this too much. It still needs to be black. Have your whisk at the ready. Why do I sound like a teacher at Hogwarts? Have your whisk at the ready. Leviosa. No, we're not doing that. So let's mix this up. I literally just got this bowl at Target. It came in a 3-pack, And it's amazing, so the direct dye doesn't stain it or anything, so pretty wonderful. Alright, so let's talk about custom black. My custom black. I like working with tertiaries. Tertiaries are just much more pleasing to the eye rather than straight primaries. So I work tertiaries, tertiary colors as much as possible. So because this is a blue base, I actually want to make it more of a blue violet. So we're going to throw some violet in there. A lot of this is not by direct measurement, okay? A lot of it is just kind of feeling out what you've got with the black. So we're going to mix that around a little bit. What I'm going to do is, let me see if I can get a spot where you guys can see. Alright, do you see these spots on the bottom of the bowl? Like right in there? I'm looking at that color. So I can tell that there's a bit more of a violet going on. We're going to give it a swipe. We're going to see what the Kleenex tells us. That actually looks pretty good. I did not need a lot of violet. It was just enough. Now I'm going to go in with my orange. It's not going to be a lot, just a little. To counteract my blue violet now. And we're going to watch as this changes. The orange is not as deep. It's going to be very gentle. We might have to use a lot or a little. But as I'm whisking, I'm looking at the color against the gray on the bottom. Now, could I put red in here? Sure, but the red is going to be very strong, and we don't want that. We actually just want to mildly warm this up, not a lot. All of this is visual. You don't want to overdo it. If you overdo it, you've ruined a batch. Smaller quantities are better. You can see it's making a little bit of a difference. We're going to put a little bit more. We're going to go ahead, dip our brush in, even though I know that we're not there yet. And we're going to compare the two colors together. Yep, a little bit more. We're definitely starting to kind of cut through that pure tone, work our way to a bit of a neutral. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Going to get a little more aggressive with my orange. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That made a big difference. Starting to see this black change. Getting a lot more of that. More of a natural look to it. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, it's looking prettier. All right, let's... Ooh, it's getting messy. Let's look at this swatch again. What we're looking for is a natural looking black. There's going to be coolness to it, but a bit more warmth. So even if you have to kind of drag it to check out those undertones. Then you'll see what we're looking for. I'm walking a fine line here, but I'm feeling tempted. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up here, and hopefully you all, let me readjust. There we go. Alright, so when we look at what we initially first had, it is actually quite blue. The tone starts changing in here. And this is where we're at right now. Can I make it look a little more natural? Sure. And I think I'm going to. I'm just going to add a little bit more orange, and we might be good to go. Yeah, almost. I'm going to mix just a little bit more, and we will be good to go. This should have the appearance of a soft black. And got it. Nailed it. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do my application with this, and I will come back and show you the finished product. This is cutting it way too close for me. I'm going to let this sit for a while longer. I think we've got oh goodness, about 7 minutes. It'll be 30 minutes. I might let it sit for 45. I might let this get, extra in there and just make things harder for myself when I strip it out, because why not? I want this to be super beautiful, and then when I strip it out, it'll be extra awesome, of course, because challenge accepted. That's what I do.